In the Kitchen is brought to you by Food Services of America.
Welcome back. It is 8:12 now here. Welcome back to KREM2 Morning News on the CW22. We are in the kitchen this morning with Hey Jay's Bistro. We have Chef Alexa Wilson here.
Good morning.
And you brought along Sean and Patrick here from Hey Jay's. And what are we making here?
Today Check out this pasta.
So this is an ash pasta, correct? Why? Can you explain what goes into this? We're not talking about fire ash, right?
No,
or what are we talking about here?
But given the season, that would be perfect.
Yeah, can you talk to us about what goes into this?
So that is a semolina-based pasta. It is 50-50 all-purpose flour and semolina. And then we take some either mustard greens, arugula, we put those into the oven, we char them, we blend them, and then add that to our pasta dough.
Oh, so the greens get charred and that makes the ash.
That makes the ash.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I think we're safe then.
Okay, yeah, because when you hear ash, you're saying, okay, that's a little startling, but it looks very interesting. And you're rolling it out there.
In-house all the time?
In-house all the time.
Okay. And this is a special. This is not something that's actually on your menu?
No, this will be a special. So we're going to run this on our fresh sheet on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for the next week.
Excellent.
All right.
So tell us about the sauce. What did you just put in there?
So this is it's actually simple. It's a reduced cream sauce that we're mounting with a foie gras butter. We use our foie gras butter at Hey Jay's to top steaks, make pasta sauces, things like that. So
cream and foie and butter.
Cream, foie, and butter.
Delicious.
Pretty simple.
Well, and let's talk about, so you make the pasta here. Now, can you give a description of what it just tastes like on its own? So people, they hear ash and and they might think it tastes like ash smells, but can you talk to us a little bit about the taste and texture?
So when I initially experimented with it, I was actually worried that we were going to get some of the burnt char flavor off into the pasta. But as you can see, there's no leach of color, and there's actually really no additional flavor.
Yeah, it's just something unique and interesting. Okay.
Yep.
And we're working on plating up our dish over here. What else do we have?
Go ahead, Sean.
We got a port reduction, a chervil oil, and then as soon as that's down on the plate, we're going to go ahead and put our pasta into our mounted cream sauce.
Now you're cooking with tongs. That's kind of an interesting thing that people at home may not have seen before too. Why is that?
I just like the control over the ingredients. Smaller tongs, more control for me. So.
Okay. Does that take practice, or is that just something?
I would say that it takes practice the first couple of times that you actually use the plating tweezers.
Okay,
is what I like to call them.
I see. There's much skill that goes into that. And what else do we have for toppings here?
We have some chanterelle mushrooms, some fresh blackberries, and fresh chervil.
Oh, that sounds delicious too.
And in season, I imagine. Of course,
Absolutely,
blackberries probably local here, and they taste delicious.
Absolutely.
And now what are you doing over here is when we're talking about plating it here with your tweezers.
This is the other reason that I like tweezers. If you use your standard house tong, you're not going to be able to roll up a pasta into a nice tight basket like you would with the plating tweezers. So I like to pinch them at the middle, roll them up through the tweezers, and then set them down and just use my finger to gently slide them off into the middle of the plate.
That's impressive.
Beautiful.
Yes. And here come those delicious mushrooms.
It's a very colorful dish, and I can appreciate it just looking at it. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dish.
Absolutely. Now, when you're making dishes like this, is it trial and error, or are you taking just things that you say, hey, I think these might taste good together? How does that work?
Did you maybe wake up in the middle of the night?
I might have woke up in the middle of the night and had kind of a vision. Fortunately, at Hey Jay's Bistro, we do, like I said, fresh sheets on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It encourages all of our employees there to have some form of creative freedom. They usually get a week ahead to plan, 2 entrees, an appetizer, and a salad. And so, sometimes things just come to us, and sometimes things are trial and error. And I tell you what, we make a lot more mistakes than we do successes. So.
But it's fun.
Well, it looks gorgeous. Now, if people aren't familiar with Hey Jay's, can you tell us about your location and your hours?
We're out in Liberty Lake, and we're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, and then we do dinners on Sundays. And we also have a little pizza place next door called Piccolo, and a fresh seafood and meat market called the Butcher Block. That's next door to that. So
you can get everything. It's a one-stop shop there.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Awesome. And again, remind people this is
a
limited time. Again, when can you order this out at Hey Jay's for your fresh sheet menu?
The next 3 days.
Next 3 days. There you go. Makes it very easy for you. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Well, Sean, Patrick, and Alexa, thanks so much for coming in today. This is beautiful. I can't wait to give it a taste test. All right.
Yeah.
It is 8:17 now. You're watching KREM2 Morning News on the CW22.
In the Kitchen has been brought to you by Food Services of America.